Hello everyone, welcome to part 3 of this replay between PainUser and iNcontrol here on Metalopolis. Gonna go ahead and start this game back up. Really, iNcontrol using brute force to try to throw itself into the Terran siege line, and the Terran siege line with that 65 damage was able to really blast through Immortals and Zealots now moving on in, and because of the sensor tower, PainUser is quickly able to respond to this strategy, to this threat, quickly does a scanner sweep, make sure that there are no Zealots here, but now those units are caught onto that high ground, and that's a very, very bad position for those units to be in. Banshee's in position as well. Siege Tank just blasting away through these Immortals, and that is not a good wasted EMP shockwave there, though. That is one ghost sitting. Oh, I guess there's two ghosts. Can I click on them? Yeah, two ghosts in that position. Plenty of energy between the two of them. So plenty of EMP shockwaves. Whether or not a feedback will be able to hit them is going to be the main question. Do we have more? Where's that barracks? Barracks. Oh, barracks. Did he lose the barracks? Okay, so barracks over here. No tech lab, so no extra ghosts coming in. Vikings, siege tanks now moving on out. iNcontrol still sitting on a very, very large macro army. If he's able to get enough production out of these buildings, you can take a look at his income, 2,700 a minute. So you should see more Immortals, more Zealots being warped in, and now all of a sudden an army is ready. The gold mineral expansion will get taken down very easily by all of these siege tanks. Over what, 17 siege tanks in this position. Just moving on in, this Nexus does have level 2 shields, but only some of these siege tanks, only the front siege tanks are able to dish out that damage and take down this Nexus. This Nexus should probably deplete all of its chrono boost, but now iNcontrol getting Void Rays. So iNcontrol going to be countering with a very, very heavy Void Ray army. Will it be enough? There are a fair number of Vikings though, so Vikings coming out, engaging on these Void Rays, Starkers coming in, siege tanks fighting around, both sides taking heavy casualties, EMP shockwave hitting these units, Immortals still continuing to push, Vikings coming in to reinforce, and now PainUser both sides sitting with a 3,000 mineral army as these Stalkers continue to push on in. Stalkers getting destroyed by all these siege tanks, Vikings going into the ground mode, and while the Vikings able to come in and save the day to really protect those siege tanks. Those siege tanks were getting destroyed by those Immortals. Those Vikings with that faster attack rate were able to deplete those shields very quickly and now finish off that fight, get that last hit on that on that Nexus, and that Nexus is now taken down. So army-wise, both sides even Void Rays, no weapons upgrade, just the shields upgrade. Probably wishing that he had the weapons upgrade now, but getting the Flux Veins. The Flux Veins allows those Void Rays to move much more quickly, fast enough to, I believe, essentially move an attack against a Viking, which is very, very dangerous for those Vikings. Those Vikings are kind of like glass cannons. They have a very, very high damage, but they are fairly low on hit points, only 125 hit points compared to the rest of these units. Hellions now moving in to try to take down the rest of the Zealots, as Archons now moving in as well. Those Archons only deal extra damage against Bio, but now in come these Vikings, or these Void Rays, and these Void Rays able to just slide around and then just destroy the rest of these Vikings. Vikings trying to push away. EMP shockwave knocked there in time, and you can see those Void Rays fully charged. How fast they're recharging those prismatic cores as they're attacking and moving. They should be able to continue to give chase and now finish off this planetary fortress. This planetary fortress will see better days. You're going to see the full attack rate of all of these Void Rays, and down it goes. So down goes another refinery. iNcontrol, however, we're going to lose the prismatic charge on those prismatic cores as these units now moving on in. Wow, really, with no missile turrets, EMP shockwave coming in, but more vast Void Rays coming in. Vikings not enough. More Vikings being trained up, but still, this may be GG iNcontrol with such a dominant air force able to push on in, and now so many starports not producing anything. Really, an issue here. More Void Rays coming in, and while Marines joining in on this fight. Siege tanks now trying to do a last-ditch effort, trying to do some sort of base race, it would look like, as these Void Rays are able to just deal so much damage towards these units. These Vikings coming in one at a time and not able to deal that much damage. Mass Marines would probably be decent if these Void Rays were not fully charged. Void Rays also have three shields, so those Marines, even if they popped out, are only dealing 3 damage in attack. Wow, Void Ray moving in and just destroying this whole entire army. And wow, the power of Mass Void Rays with that movement speed upgrade just shows a great game between PainUser and iNcontrol. Well, iNcontrol just doing a great job in this matchup, really running off of what at 1.13 gateways, and realizing that he couldn't continue to use the same brute force, the same strategy, quickly changed it up, went for a fleet beacon, got the movement speed upgrade on those void rays. Only thing I wish he did was that he actually got the weapons upgrade on the cybernetics core. That's still one thing that I have rarely ever see a Protoss player do, and that's something that probably could have come in handy, especially for these void rays. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this 1v1 replay here on Metalopolis between PainUser and iNcontrol. This game was brought to you by lucomputers.com. Go ahead and check out their website.